and welcome back, everybody. This is Josh. As promised, we're going to do a Cold Steel knife review now. This particular knife is a Cold Steel Tanto Lite. Craton handle, Cordura sheath. Cordura is a industrial grade nylon woven fabric. It's very durable. It's fairly easy to clean. It is water repellent if it is sewn tight enough, and this is. Not that it matters, because it just happens to have the 6-inch stainless steel blade, so it's not going to probably rust at all. Well, if it does, the Cordura sheath will keep it a little drier. This is basically an entry-level Tanto. It's about $35. In fact, you could even get it a little cheaper than that. I am not especially fond of Tantos, is how I'm going to go ahead and start this off, just so you know that I'm not giving these guys a free pass or an easy review or anything else. I don't like Tantos. Never have. In fact, I probably won't even carry a Tanto-style folder. They're ridiculous to me. But this is actually quite beautiful. I mean, and this is an entry-level knife. This is not a $200 knife. Anyways. We like to stick with fact here, so I'm not going to rant and rave about how pretty this knife is, because how pretty it is only one facet, and not all that important to most people. Now, I usually do cut tests with knives, and you see everybody doing cut tests. They take one little tiny piece of 20-pound paper and they cut it one edge. That's cute. That's fine. You know, that's the way we've been doing it for however long. But one piece of paper doesn't mean anything. So we're going to take that piece of paper and we're going to fold it. And by the powers of multiplication, we're going to make 4 sheets of paper. 6-inch blade, 8.5 by 11, divided by 4, but compressed times 4. Okay? Oops, that was me. That was me. It's actually very uncomfortable holding it up at an angle so you can see it in the camera and cutting it. You see that? Yeah, and I mean, if you do it at the right angle, you can just shave this paper. That is pretty damn impressive. Cold Steel Tanto Lite cuts 4 sheets of paper. If you're steady enough, like air. It's really beautiful. And again, this is an entry-level knife. That's the way I always do things. I don't buy somebody's biggest, best, $1,000 knife or whatever their most expensive knife would be, $400 or $500, and say, ooh, this is a cool knife. If I spent $500 on it, it better be a cool knife. And you get some unrealistic, nonsensical notion in your mind just because, ooh, it costs so much. Well, that doesn't mean anything either. So I buy entry-level stuff, and I see how that is. A little bit of an insight into my logic. And oddly enough, again, this is not even something that I particularly like as Tantos, but I like this one. In fact, I might have to keep this one. This was technically supposed to be store inventory, but it might disappear. Anyways, I have not tested this yet. We're going to test tip sharpness, and we're going to cut shipping cardboard with it. First test, tip sharpness. On a free-hanging piece of shipping cardboard that has no other cuts, we're just going to sink that blade in as gently as possible. It doesn't really want to do it because there's a fold there, but it will do it quite easily. Okay. Look at how clean that is. So, if I had it in the proper handling, easily. Okay, let's cut a chunk off it. We already know it's going to work. Well, it wasn't as easy as paper, but you know how much paper that is? This is a beautiful knife. This is Josh. We're rating this knife a 5 out of 5, a 10 out of 10. I'm not going to go above and beyond, and give it like an 11, because I don't even like Tantos, but I like this one. This is a definitive 10 out of 10. This was Josh with yet another of our no-nonsense real-world reviews. We get products and we test them for you, and we show you what you're getting. And if you buy a Cold Steel Tanto Lite, you're getting a pretty damn nice knife. This is Josh signing out.